This is Sean Thompson, reporting from the Brentwood Press. Joining us today are members of the Hickma Co-op School in Brentwood, took first place in the recent Bay Area Regional Science Olympiad on March 8th. They have qualified for the NorCal State Championship on April 5th. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So, my first question, can you please tell us what placing first place means to you in your school?
Go ahead, anyone. Okay, so the thing is, our school is very new. It like 2016, it was founded by Sister Sada, and we started off with the Science Olympiad. It started with the Division A for 1 year, then moved on to Division B. That's a middle school division, and it's our third year doing it, and Science Olympiad is like more than 25 years old as competition in itself, and it's very rigorous and very highly competitive. It's teams. The one who makes it to the nationals ends up in the White House. They have this whole banquet and everything for them because it's like very, very competitive. There are 23 events in it, and then which includes the study events, the build events, things like that, and then to compete in it, and then get almost we actually got, apart from two events, we got medals in all 21 events. So that was a huge achievement because, as I said that, our team is very, very young. It's only 3 years into being, and usually the teams are, they take at least 9 to 10 years to mature and, figure out the stuff. But Alhamdulillah, our students are amazing. This is one of the best teams that I had. And not only they are smart and intelligent, they are hardworking. That's the most important part in our success. So that's from me. You can ask my students from here. Go ahead, Ilham, you start.
I think winning first place was important because compared to all the other schools where like everyone knows everyone because it's again it's not as big compared to the other schools. So winning was great because like no one knows us, so we got to stand out. Um yeah.
That's awesome. Anybody else?
Go ahead, Alina, you want to share?
I think like the best part about our school being able to get first place was that we've finally been able to, I guess, present ourselves to like more of the Bay Area. And it just really shows how much our school has like total grown and like, yeah, developed and how we did great.
Way to go. Nice job. Nice job. Anybody else?
Go ahead, Ahmed, Raja, Sanya, anyone? Go ahead. Ahmed, you can go ahead.
Well, what it means a lot to us to win for we've never gotten a trophy before this, and even before this, we didn't win that many medals. But now, the first time that we win, we get first place, and we win tons of medals. And yeah, I'm really happy.
You guys can show your medals, if you have it nearby. They have like tons of medals now.
It's awesome.
Emma, do you have yours? Yeah, that's Ilham's. Raja, you got quite a few, 5 of them, right? Sanya?
Right now.
Yeah. Ahmed, you also had 5 of them. Yeah. Raja, you want to go ahead?
Sure. So I think winning first place, it's like a really big reflection of our hard work. Like we've been working for many months and it's like very like rigorous, especially with our schoolwork alongside all the Science Olympiad studying. And I think it's a really big achievement for us and it's like a really big moment in our school like for recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to add one point to like what Raja explained and all the kids have been talking about. I think, I mean, beside the excellent showcase of grit and perseverance, right? One thing to call out is that the limited resources and the limited time this little bunch has, right? I mean, these people are like already stretched across their rigorous education like curriculums, right? Achieving all those goals, right? And beside that, I mean, acing the whole like science classes and the science experiments and participating in the science Olympiad and acing it, right? That's way beyond words, right? And showcasing that how with limited resources you can achieve this much. So I think, I mean, that's something to be very highly commendable.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree. Um, thank you all. My next question for you is, could you please tell me a little bit about the preparation and hard work that went into this event and what did it entail?
Sania, I think you can start with that one.
So as we said before, it's taken a lot of months of preparation to reach the regionals. And we started in September with weekly meetings. And then like as we neared an invitational, which is like a practice competition. So we started doing practices on Saturdays and Sundays, waking up early in the morning. It was hard for us because we wanted to rest up on the weekends, but we still, came to the practices. We tried our best to like do everything as fast as we could to prepare. And we did a lot of research, a lot of experiments, and a lot of trials and failures for our tests, like testing on our study events, on our build events. So I think just like the practices and the amount of tests we took was like a big part of like the preparation process.
Good go. Yeah, good job. Anybody else?
Yeah, let me add to that, honestly, I know Sister Fozia is not going to be happy about me saying this, but I think like this is all her hard work. That is why we got this trophy. Since the beginning of the year, she has been working, you know, all day, every day, weekends, like Sania said, she would have the students come in on the weekends. She would have after school classes for the students. At some point, I'm sure the students thought like, oh, Sister Fozia is pushing them so hard because they do have other subjects, right? These students are in middle school, so they have all their regular classes, but she would still keep going. She had so much faith in them. She would say, one day we're going to get that trophy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah, maybe we're going to get a medal or two, like we always do. Each year, we always get, a few medals. But she kept saying, no, we can do it. Let's just work harder, work harder. Like Sanya said, like we would go through all the questions and let's do it again and, try out all the devices, trials and errors. And we just kept going for the past, since September. And it was like a miracle, honestly. We couldn't believe it, the way that they just kept calling out our names for each and every single event. Like Sister Fozia said, there were 23 events and we got medals in 21 of them. So you can imagine like, okay, the first one, Hikmah, and then another Hikmah, and then it was just like Hikmah, Hikmah, Hikmah. It was really, really amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. But it was honestly all Sister Fozia's hard work. She had faith in the students and she tried her best. She was coaching, I don't know how many of these courses. And these are like college level courses. They're not middle school, they're not high school. These are like college level science courses. Yes, so definitely.
Well, it's again, it's a team effort. I couldn't have done it if I wouldn't have these smart, intelligent students who were, who kept going. That's more of them than me. Yes.
Awesome stuff all around. My next question to all of you, who would you credit as your biggest inspiration or influence?
Sister Fozia.
Honestly, it has to be her.
Honestly, Sister Saada does a lot for the school in general, and I think Sister Fozia specifically did so much for this program. She did so much for the Science Olympiad, and she deserves way more than just an interview. And I appreciate what you did, and thank you, thank you. Words are just words, but they come from, they come from here, and we appreciate it.
It's more of, again, it's more of, if we all wouldn't have pulled in together, if we have not believed in ourselves, if we have not worked hard, if the parents would not have cooperated, this would not have been achieved. So, it's just like, as Sean, I have, in my emails, you would have known that, we basically have no resources, we kind of have no budget or anything, So, for trusting and then, just believing that, somebody is saying that, you can do it, and then you actually work hard to do it, that's more of them than me. So, yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty remarkable. I'm still trying to understand that. It's hard to understand, but I mean that's also a testament to all of you and your hard work and your leadership that you're able to kind of accomplish what you all accomplish with the limited resources. So that's really admirable.
Thank you.
So another question, this would be for also the students and for you. It would be so what was the easiest part in training for this event? And conversely, what was the most challenging?
Now the students should answer that. Go ahead, Ahmad, you'll start.
The easy parts, there wasn't much of an easy part. I guess probably like the build events. They like helicopter, for example, that I did, it was very stressful because I didn't know if it, because one time we did it, it didn't work, it like broke. And so when we went to the event and we did really good, I would say that was probably the easiest part, but it's not like it is very hard. It was stressful, but it went good. And the hardest part was probably the study events. For example, optics. It's very hard. Yeah, it's like physics. You have to like learn like a ton of things. Even with the cheat sheet, it's still really, really hard. But alhamdulillah, we did good in it. That's it.
Way to go. Way to go. Anybody else?
Alina? Alina is waking up, right? Go ahead.
It was definitely like this whole entire our preparation was not easy. It took a lot of, as Sunny said, trial and error. But I think the easiest part was being able to sit there and just go and pick up our medals and walk back and sit back down with like the happiness that we had. Everybody was smiling. It was just fun, but our work came through, which is really great. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, sounds like a great feeling.
Yeah.
Amazing feeling. Anybody else want to chime in? Easiest or most challenging part?
I think so sorry.
Go ahead.
I think the easiest part, again, because we're such a small school, everyone knows everyone's communication was really easy because at that point we had already gotten close enough to be able to communicate properly. So that helped a lot, because if we weren't able to do that, then it would have been so much harder just to like be sitting there and doing a test with some stranger you don't even know. The hardest part, I think, was during the actual competition was probably the stress, because I think we all had little to no hope, which was not great, but in the end it was really worth it, alhamdulillah. So that ended up well.
Way to go. Way to go.
Can I add something, Sean? Like, I don't know whether, as you can see, we're all Muslims, right? So this is our month, month of Ramadan, when we fast,
Oh, wow.
right?
Okay.
So our students were actually fasting that day. Yeah,
Wow.
because we fast during this month. We call it Ramadan, right? So
Okay.
our students were actually fasting when they did the competition, which means they did not eat anything, they did not drink anything since it's from sunrise to sunset.
Wow.
So it was amazing. Like they started the award ceremony right at sunset. So first of all, everybody was happy because they were breaking their fast. They were eating, and
Nice.
then we just kept winning medals. It was so amazing.
Right on. Wow. Even
Yeah,
more remarkable. It's pretty incredible.
yeah.
Yeah. I know if it were me, it'd be tough because, to get going and keep feeding my brain, I'd want to keep like reaching for that snack but that's even more remarkable.
Yeah,
No.
we all do that. Raja and Sanya, you girls can go ahead. One of you.
I think in country, the easiest part was actually competing because after all of the tests we took over the year, like I know, like at the start of the year, like we would be very, very disheartened every time we took a test because like there was so much information in it that we didn't know, and we'd like always get like scores that we were unhappy with. So that was more of the harder part because it was like after you're disheartened, like are you gonna like still keep going? And like I think that was the hardest part because we had to make sure that even though we felt very discouraged, we had to keep going. And then once we actually reached the regional, there was definitely a lot of stress. But like during the test, it wasn't as bad as taking the practice test because it was like at least we've already put in so much work. And even if we don't get like the top place, like we know ourselves that we persevered that much to make it into the event.
I want to I want to add to that. So I think one of the most challenging things that I saw, as a parent is, we are competing with the schools which has 50 times more resources, maybe 100 times more. When you are competing with the schools in San Mateo and Palo Alto, you understand what kind of resources they got. So I think the thing to be proud of, I think it's a small team with very little resources, and they started their journey, just a few years ago compared to some of the teams they're competing, which have 100 times more resources and a much longer expertise in it. But I think they did not make just incremental improvement. I think they made leaps in the improvement from every time they participated in the previous events. They learned and they made significant improvement, I think, and now they won at the and they, at the regional level. They're going to state. I think if we enable the team with the right funding and with the right focus, because sometimes the small schools does not get that much focus. So if they enable them with some level of funding, I think that they can go to the national level, even win national level.
Yeah, it's still kind of like I'm taken aback by just the remarkable achievement here, and like you said, with the limited resources, right? I mean, it's a testament to, like I said, to obviously the coaching and leadership, but to all of you. It's just amazing. So again, just an amazing job. Anybody else?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, Raja, you want to share your?
Yeah, I think one of the hardest parts was competing at the regional or even the invitationals. I think we found them harder than the regional, but like being there, like at the when you're there, it's like really stressful. Like on the spot, like you're taking the test, and it's like your last chance to show like if you actually like if your hard work paid off. But yeah, I think that was one of the hardest parts. The easier parts were studying, I guess, like taking practice tests and I think we would like in our practices we would take multiple tests to like, build our
Expertise.
yeah, expertise off. And yeah, I think that was the easier part.
Nice, nice. Great job. And my final question, lastly, looking into the state championships next month, what are your goals and what do you all hope to accomplish?
Go ahead, Raja, you can start.
Yeah, okay. I think for for the state level, I think we want to like build on our momentum and try to perform our hardest, even though like we have limited resources, as we mentioned earlier. I think we still have potential and we can try our hardest, even though, yeah.
Way to go.
I mean, in short, nothing less. Just keep growing from where we are right now. Yeah,
Right.
achieve more. Yeah, that's where we want to be. Yeah.
Right on.
Mhm.
Right
Emma?
on.
For the state, I guess as a school, we all want to do better, and the teams we're going against is even harder. We've won against them in the invitational, and they 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 did a lot better than us. So I feel like now we're trying to get closer to them, or even beat a few of them. So I think our goal is to get like top 10 or like top 20, because
Oh, top 10.
top 10. Top 10.
Top 10. Yes.
Yeah, our goal is top 10. And I hope and I pray that we do get a trophy, even though it's very hard. It's very hard.
Alina, you can go ahead.
I honestly think, like, I hope that this coming competition that we're going to have, I want our team to be able to have more confidence in ourselves, because so we'll be able to be like perform better, because we've kind of been put in stress because we weren't that faithful that we go somewhere. But I think that I really, really hope that we get more medals, and get a good place to hold ourselves up there.
So remember, the state medals are going to be different kind. Okay, so if you want to have a different kind of medal, let's work towards it.
Yeah.
Sanya?
I think for the state competition, a big goal is like trying to get a good place. But I think a big part of it is just like for the newer students, that they also get the experience and they get the motivation that in future years they also try their best to do better. And then after that, like they can teach other kids as well. Because like when we're competing, like right now, like we get more motivation, but then in the following years we don't like we also have to teach those people as well. So it's like in the process we're trying to build our confidence and our experiences so that we can pass it on. So I think that's a big part, is just like gaining the experience and things to learn that we can pass on to like the students that compete after us.
Good answer.
Ilham?
I second what Alina said about the whole confidence boost, because this is my like first year in the school as a whole, so it's also my first year joining Science Olympiad. And so I had like no idea what I was doing. I was constantly being guided. I didn't know where I was supposed to find the rules manuals, where I was supposed to find the info of what to put in my cheat sheet. So that was really hard. But once we actually started competing, I still didn't have that much confidence, because I felt like seeing everyone else that we were competing against, they were so much like older and they seemed a lot like more knowledgeable than us. So that felt like it was putting me down. But seeing now as we got first place, I don't, again, I still want to have that same level of confidence that I have now, but not so much to the point that it's like an ego booster. And I feel like the next competition, it'll just be a breeze. I still want to work towards my goal instead of thinking that I'm above everyone else.
Way to go. Anything else that anybody wants to add?
So this will be our first time, going to the States. As a coach, even, for me, it's going to be new, but I have confidence in them. And then, I just want to share, something good that has happened. So as I've told you, I've been, we all have been doing fundraisers as well, just to, to buy like material for our devices, so on and so forth. But this time around, we sent out the good news to the community, and then we said that, we don't have time to have another fundraiser. So if, people can donate. And somebody from the community, we were thinking of, generating $1,000. And somebody from the community, in minutes, he's like, okay, just charge me on this card. So as a community, everybody is like so proud of what has been achieved from the Brentwood community. This is new for the whole Brentwood. This is new for the whole Brentwood school district. This is new for the Contra Costa County, because none of the schools over here has ever achieved, going over there. One of the schools from Brentwood School District participated in the C division, but still we were the ones who came on top. Also, having shared this, we reached out to, Sister Sada reached out to the district, to the Brentwood district, and, shared the good news. And actually, our school is like in 3 portable containers, right? So we operate out from there. So we don't have a gym or anything, we can, so just our good friends, they open up their church gym. We go and practice over there, for our devices. But when she reached out to the district, shared the good news, they are like, you are more than welcome to use, any of the school gyms, for any amount of time that you need. So just, this is small win. It's not just a confidence booster for us, it's a confidence booster for the whole Brentwood School District. It's going to be, even for the Contra Costa County, we are coming up as a powerhouse. And as I was registering our school in the state competition, and there was a list of school that opened up, and obviously I have to add our name onto it. So that was a great moment for me, that we are adding to the state level teams in there. And I think it's that tells a lot about what just perseverance, determination, and hard work can achieve. So, thank you so much for giving us, your time, and, writing up our story. It really means a lot to us.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome, and pleasure's all mine. And I wish you all the very best next month, and I would say best wishes, and go get it.
Thank you. Thank you.
We really appreciate your time. Thank
Awesome.
you so
Thank you.
much.
And yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you all so very much. And thank you all very much for your time today, and best wishes next month.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Sean
now-
Thompson from the press.net. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're good.
No, I was like, are you going to share the recording, with us,
absolutely.
or- Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
This is Sean talking from the press.net.